the water sources to start their day. Weighing several tons, their armored plates glisten in the early sun. But peace here is nothing more than a temporary illusion. This world begins to reveal itself. The sheer size of everything forces you to look up.
A sound that vibrates directly through the ground and into your chest.
Every creature in the jungle freezes, waiting to see where the killer strikes.
Our distant ancestors were nothing more than small scavengers hiding in the dirt,
surviving completely on the scraps left behind by the giants. In this high-oxygen world, even the bugs were a terrifying threat. The sheer size of everything forces you to look up. Towering over 80 feet tall, these sauropods shape the entire landscape. Each step drops with the weight of a multi-ton concrete block.
An immediate warning that danger is approaching from above. The midday heat activates the sky's absolute masters.
Flying reptiles hunting for anything small enough to swallow whole. But the prehistoric afternoon brings new atmospheric changes.
Sudden, violent monsoons are a daily reality in the Jurassic world.
To the fast and the ruthless.
Sudden, violent monsoons are a daily reality in the Jurassic world.
The footprints are so deep, they are pooling with rainwater. Following the trail leads into the most dangerous zone of the ecosystem.
You didn't find the predator. The predator found you.
Vision is locked on movement, but its sense of smell is flawless. It smells the fear in the air. The great hunt has officially begun now. On that fateful night, the prehistoric sky suddenly began to burn intensely. The undisputed rulers of the earth stopped and stared. They had no concept of space or the doom it could bring.
A mountain of rock traveling at 40,000 miles per hour.
Before the impact was even heard, the environment reacted. The ground began to hum with a terrifying, deep vibration. Instinct took over, and mass panic consumed the prehistoric world.
Then, the impact struck with the force of 10 billion atomic bombs.
The oceans were instantly displaced, drawing back from the shores. Thermal radiation superheated the air, igniting the landscape. Millions of animals stampeded, desperate to outrun the heat. But even the ultimate apex predators were completely helpless. Absolutely nowhere to hide, not even in the sky. Following the flash of heat came the supersonic wind. a shockwave so powerful it leveled entire continents in minutes.
Before the impact was even heard, the environment reacted. The heaviest tanks of the dinosaur world struggled to hold their ground. And the Earth's crust itself began to fail. Magnitude 11 earthquakes shattered the global tectonic plates. The ground literally swallowed the desperate survivors whole into the deep earth. Thick haze and dust formed an impenetrable barrier in the atmosphere, while the coastlines faced the return of the displaced oceans. A tsunami of boiling, toxic water crushed the shores. The deep-sea monsters were thrown miles inland into the fires. Oceans and fire collided, creating blistering storms of steam.
Then, the debris that shot into space began to fall back down.
The sky literally rained fire, burning the masters of the air alive. Global firestorms consumed 70% of all forests. Those who survived the flames suffocated in the toxic ash. Within a few days, the fires burned themselves out, leaving the earth plunged into absolute, freezing darkness. The sun would not be seen again for years. Without sunlight, the global food chain collapsed instantly. The roaring of the dinosaurs was replaced by the howling wind. This was immediately followed by a devastating, permanent silence over the dead Earth. A once vibrant planet, reduced to a toxic wasteland. The greatest dynasty in the history of Earth had fallen. Billions of creatures wiped out in a geologic heartbeat. The very last of their kind wandered alone into the dark. Global impact winter.
The severe sub-zero temperatures began freezing the scorched earth completely solid.
A world simultaneously burnt to ash and frozen in ice. For the cold-blooded reptiles that survived the fire, the cold was a death sentence.
They simply lay down in the snow and never woke up. With one final warm breath, the magnificent beast surrendered to the cold. And just like that, the glorious era of the dinosaur officially ended. 75% of all life on Earth was extinguished.
A world simultaneously burnt to ash and frozen in ice. Even the mighty oceans were sealed beneath dirty ice. The only warmth left was the glowing scar of the impact. But Earth's defining trait is its unbreakable resilience. Eventually, the thick black toxic ash slowly began to settle and clear. and the smoke parted, revealing the cosmos once again. A silent planet, resting under the ancient stars. The ice melted. The sun warmed the soil. And the volcanic ash became a nutrient-rich fertilizer. Life, against all odds, found a way back. But the new rulers of the Earth were not giants. They were small. They were furry. And they had survived in the dark. Our earliest ancestors crept out from the underground. They emerged ready to inherit an empty, peaceful, and wide world. The destruction of the dinosaurs was the exact event humanity needed to exist. From the ashes of the apocalypse, a new dynasty was born. The planet healed, locking its darkest night deep within the fossil record. Burying the giants under millions of years of rock. Until we finally dug them up to tell their story. A story of absolute power and sudden, inevitable doom. The night the sky burned, the age of giants had ended forever. Subscribe if you want to uncover more secrets of our ancient Earth.